And it's now time for high school football, Flatonia at Schulenburg. And standing by in Schulenburg is Gary Dushek along with Dave Toffel.
Well, thank you, Mike, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to David Hoosman Stadium as we're getting ready for the season finale between the Shorthorns and the Bulldogs in a very important game, playoffs on the line for both of these teams, probably more so for Flatonia because they need to get another win to stay in the mix. But big game, the 80th meeting between these two. And, David, this is your first trip to the renewed stadium over here, but last game of the year. And the nice thing about it is both teams have plenty to play for, and that's what's good.
Yeah, either one this year has got the opportunity to at least make the playoffs. I mean, tonight's going to be a pretty key game for both offenses. Really, I know Flatonia struggled of late on their offensive side, and so you're really going to see if they're going to open up the playbook tonight, if you will. And are you going to try to throw them off sides or throw them off guard, any kind of trick plays? Because you're going to have to score some points tonight, especially for Flatonia. That's been kind of their hard part this year to overcome.
Yeah, and the numbers are, of course, from a roster standpoint, aren't in their favor either. The other thing is we got a pretty good south wind blowing, and that wind blows cross field here, so the wind could play a factor tonight. Yeah, Flatonia is in the worst spot because they have to get that third win to even to stay in contention. And if Schulenburg wins tonight, they get to 4-2. And if Kennedy would defeat Weimar and Weimar, they would all be 4-2, and then they get the points to determine 2, 3, and 4. And of course, the fourth place team gets the luxury of playing Refugio in the first round, and nobody wants to do that. But again, this series heavily in Schulenburg's favor, 56-23. And again, the 80th meeting between these two. And again, tonight, their playoff spots are on the line. So a big game for both teams here tonight. It's not real cool. It's relatively warm, but very windy. And so we'll take a break, and we'll be back here to Hoosman Stadium here right after this.
For a delicious home-cooked Thanksgiving dinner, it's Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant in Schulenburg. Their turkey and dressing is wonderful. They'll do all the cooking for you and your family. Turkey and dressing is available by the pound. The dressing is available raw, frozen, or baked. There's also ham and all of the sides. Oak Ridge Smokehouse can also cater your Thanksgiving meal. And don't forget the great pies, cakes, and other desserts. To place your order, call 979-743-3372. Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant will also be open Thanksgiving Day until 2 p.m. Breakfast will be available early, and then the turkey and dressing buffet meal. So let Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant at 712 U.S. Highway 77 in Schulenburg cook for you this Thanksgiving Day. Again, to place your orders, 743-3372.
Hello, farmers and ranchers. This is Ron Beck Jr. with Flatonia Livestock Commission Company. Sale every Monday starting at 11:30 a.m. We, the Ronnie Beck family, have been serving Fayette County and the surrounding area for over 40 years, and we take pride in serving you. Selling your livestock is our business. We receive livestock 7 days a week. Our receiving pen is conveniently located here in LaGrange by the River Bridge at the old LaGrange Livestock. Come by and see us. For all your hauling needs, call me at 361-772-4806 or Chris Bombach, 512-304-8688 or Charles Zapalak, 979-702-0311. We also have receiving pens in Ellinger and Bernardo. We would like to thank all our customers for your continued business.
Novak & Company in Schulenburg is ready to help you during the current tax season. They can also assist you with all of your bookkeeping needs. Call Novak & Company at 979-743-3213 to schedule your appointment. Find out how they can help you with your taxes and bookkeeping needs. Novak & Company, they support the youth of the area. They support the Lady Horns and Shorthorns, and wishing them good luck in tonight's game. Novak & Company, 720 Lyons Avenue in Schulenburg.
All right, welcome back to Hoosman Stadium as the Shorthorns have made their way on the field. Flatonia's on the far side. Flatonia's wearing the road white jerseys tonight with maroon numbers and letters with maroon pants. Schulenburg with the white pants, black jerseys. white numbers and letters outlined in orange with the black helmets. So Schulenburg's 4-5, Flatonia's 5-4, but Schulenburg played a pretty difficult non-district schedule. And fixing to kickoff will be coming up in a couple of minutes, and we'll take a break, and we'll be back in 2.5 minutes for the coin toss.
Thinking of building a new home? Call Don Minkalinka Custom Builder Incorporated at 361-865-9217. No matter what size of home, they're ready to make your home building experience a pleasant one. Contact Don Minkalinka Custom Builder Incorporated at 361-865-9217. Let them help you make your dream home come true. Owners Don and Beverly are proud to support the Flatonia Bulldogs football team, wishing them the best of luck in the season. A proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Willie Joe's Processing is a true full-service butcher shop with daily fresh-cut meat. They offer custom processing that includes deer, beef, and pork. For gift giving, Willie Joe's has gift packs that include jerky, a variety of sausage and dried sausage, plus tenderloins. It's a meat lover's heaven. Willie Joe's Processing, 2218 Krisky Road in High Hill. Their number is 561-8272. Willie Joe's Processing happened to be a part of today's broadcast supporting Schulenburg Athletics.
Holub Real Estate, serving Central Texas and beyond for over 20 years, is a full-service real estate brokerage with offices in New Braunfels, Hallettsville, and Flatonia, specializing in farm and ranch, residential and commercial. Their customer service and sales results will meet or exceed your expectations. Stop by their Flatonia office at 205 West South Main Street to see Bernadine Kiner, or call her at 361-772-5105. For information on their listing and their company, visit holubrealestate.com.
Chuck Brown Ford in Schulenburg treats the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those expectations every time. The showroom is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5:30 and Saturday from 8 to noon. Remember, their reputation is your guarantee. Chuck Brown Ford, 315 East I-10 Frontage Road. Call them 743-4111.
Balcones Minerals has been keeping surfaces dry, clean, and safe since 1961. With high-quality, environmentally safe, absorbent clay products and minerals, they also offer competitive pricing and convenient packaging on orders. Located at 323 Balcones Lane in Flatonia. Call 361-865-3544 with any questions. Balcones Minerals is proud to support Flatonia athletic teams, wishing the Flatonia Bulldogs the best of luck in tonight's game.
All right, captain's meeting in the center of field for the coin toss. The officials from the Austin chapter of the Texas Association of Sports Officials. Looks like Flatonia's got the option. Maybe. Flatonia's going to go from left to right. That'll be east to west. And they won the toss. Oh, okay. All right. It's another nice little perk. Yep. All right, the Shorthorns will get the ball first, going right to left here in this first quarter. Of course, both teams with new head coaches this year. Coach Clay Ferguson for Flatonia and Matt Uzel, who was on the staff last year but was promoted up to head coach when Brent Mashek retired. I think, David, the biggest thing, other than the fact that Schulenburg is probably a bigger team, but the depth issue is probably the biggest thing Flatonia's been fighting all year.
Yeah, they've had depth issues this year. Had a couple of injuries at the beginning of the season and just haven't been really able to get whole. Again, that's going to really come play into effect third, fourth quarter, and that's typically where we've seen Flatonia pull, have the teams pull away from them. Tonight, though, it looks like looks like Schulenburg's pretty well staffed. I don't see anybody who's not in full gear, so that's going to be a positive towards them. So again, if Flatonia is going to do anything of sorts on the offensive side, going to anticipate a lot of running tonight for them. Just kind of manage that clock and manage that speed of the game.
All right, Jose Maria Garcia's got it teed up. Back deep for Schulenburg. They've got the Terry and Houston standing inside the 25. And on the other side of the field, Jay Shonda is staying a little bit. Now Houston's going to get a little deeper. Glad you're with us tonight here, the final night of the regular season. And one or both of these teams could be in the play. It is a little bit of an onside kick, a bouncer inside the 30, 40-yard line on the far sideline, and Schulenburg jumped on that one relatively quickly. That was Nick Good. And the Shorthorns will have good field position to start the game tonight.
Yeah, I think that was a design play there. They were trying to not really do a pooch kick, but just a long onside kick there. Went right into the receiver's hands, and he just fell right to the ground. But good field position to start off this drive.
All right, the Horns will have it at the 38 on the far side. The breeze again, more crosswind than either team's back. The quarterback is Owen Brennick. He is a junior, and they go spread. 5 receivers set to the near side, and Brennick gets the snap. Now he's going to run left and cut it up and get about maybe 3 or 4 yards. And it looked more like a design run. He'll get brought down by Flatonia's Carmen Valdez. So about 4 yards for Brennick. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Brennick did a good job there. It was a low snap to begin with, and he sold the pass there really well, and then he just ran it upfield and got him a couple yards.
All right, the Horns will send to the far side. It'll be Denver Carr out far left. Houston's the only running back, and they'll give it to him going right, tries to get to the corner, and the Bulldogs do a good job and string it out, and they throw him down for no gain on the far side.
So I can see that on your defense. Again, you got a lot of guys over there in the vicinity to make the tackle, and it was going to be difficult to get any yards there. And so Gutierrez with the initial tackle there for Flatonia.
Lucas Gutierrez out there. So the Horns, well, they give him a yard out to the 43. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 for Schulenburg at their 43. See if the Flatonia defense can get a stop here on the first possession. Again, spread 4 receivers, 1 back with Brenning back there. Yana coming in motion. Brenning back to throw. Got plenty of time, and he fires one, and it's almost intercepted, and it should have been intercepted at the 50-yard line. That ball was right in the hands of Clayton Perez and just dropped it.
Yeah, Perez had a lot of field in front of him there if he was going to make that interception. He didn't really even have to jump. I think he was anticipating the ball to get over him, and it actually hit him pretty square in the chest. And so the missed opportunity for Flatonia now turns 4th down for Schulenburg.
All right, the Horns will have 4th and 5, and they'll drop back in the punt formation with the Terry and Houston. Flatonia with 1 deep receiver standing near the 25, and that's Zayden Perez. Play clock down to 3, down to 1, and they're going to take the flag. It's going to be either a delay of the game or a false start. Yep.
Number 1, 5-yard penalty.
A little interesting there.
Yeah, I was looking to see on the sideline if they were trying to call plays, and everybody looked kind of calm. So I don't know if the punt team was just kind of waiting for a call from the sideline, but they'll move back 5 yards.
They're kicking out from the 38. Zayden Perez, they have been trying to pull him offside. It's a good snap. Houston gets the kick away, high but short. Kind of shanks it toward the far sideline, and the ball hits inside the Flatonia 45 and goes out of bounds. And they're going to get really good field position out of this punt. And they marked it at the 46 to the 4th for the Bulldogs. So a big break for them on the short punt.
Yeah, not much there on the length of the punt, but good news for Flatonia is it's pretty much went out of bounds right to the same spot that it was almost intercepted. So they're not really giving up any yards there for their first drive. I think they're going to spot it right at about the 46-yard line.
Yep, that's about where he dropped it. Well, they go pretty close to it. So the Bulldogs on offense for the first time, 1st and 10 at their 46. Jalen Anderson is the quarterback. Running back there is Kason Perez. Schulenburg with almost a 6-man front. 4 receiver set, 1 back for the Bulldogs, and this is their first play of the night. Perez comes in motion. They'll hand it off right up the middle and trying to get it outside and getting a decent run, getting it almost into Schulenburg territory. Going off the right side was Kason Perez, and he picked up close to 4 yards.
Yeah, handoff right up the middle there for Flatonia to start off this drive again, putting a man in motion. But again, just going right in between the tackles.
And we have a Shorthorns shaking up on the play. We have 10:01 to go here in the opening quarter. It's no score. Each team, Schulenburg had the opening possession. Flatonia just ran their first play of the night, but we have an officials timeout. And let's take a break, and we'll be back to Schulenburg. There's no score.
Get your propane delivered on time, every time, from Tex Propane headquartered in Schulenburg, plus locations in Bastrop and Moulton. They offer a variety of tank sizes, delivery options, tank monitoring, and easy online bill pay. Tex Propane has spent decades helping residential and business customers solve their propane needs, serving Fayette, Bastrop, Lavaca, and Gonzales counties. Call 1-800-343-7065 or 743-3351. Family owned and operated since 1965.
All right, welcome back. Flatonia just ran their second down play and a little swing pass out here in the flat. Nothing doing by Schulenburg. They were all over that one. The ball thrown to Zayden Perez, and it's a loss back to the 45 of Flatonia, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, good there to make the tackle for Schulenburg. He was not fooled on the swing pass. He was in good position, made the big play for a loss.
So the Bulldogs with 3rd and 11 at their 45. Schulenburg still playing with a 3-down lineman with 2 upright ends, and now they drop out of that for a 4-man look. Anderson trying to roll out to the left. He's under big pressure, and there's a lot of black jerseys, and down he goes back inside the 40. There's no chance at all, and it's going to bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, tough break there for Flatonia. It looked like they were trying to set up a screen play. And, you had half the D-line going after the quarterback and half of them staying home anticipating the screen. So there wasn't really much they could do as take a loss is the best bet. So now they're going to be 4th and a mile, punt team on the field.
All right. Line of scrimmage is there 38, 4th and about 18. Sean McKim is the punter. 1 deep receiver, and now we got movement by the line, and somebody jumped the gun. And it looks like it's going to be an offside or an encroachment against Flatonia, or excuse me, against Schulenburg.
Defense, number 0, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So the 5-yard penalty will give the ball, move it out to the 43 and make still 4th and long over.
So after the penalty will be 4th down.
Jay Shionda, the return man, back inside his 25. Sean McKim, the punter. Good snap. Now, they get in there. They almost got a piece of it. It gets it away high and short, and that's shanked to the near side, almost like the Schulenburg punt a while ago, and it goes out of bounds here inside the 40-yard line. And the Horns will have it at the 39 after the punt.
Yeah, that one just kind of went off the foot there to the right. Very little on the actual punt. So looking to see where they're going to spot this one because you have 2 balls on the field right now. So looks like maybe near the 40 or 39-yard line.
So we've had 2 possessions, 2 punts. And so far we've played everything between the 35-yard line so far here tonight. All right, Owen Brennick brings them out. And they'll go with Carr and Yonda to the far side. On the near side is Nick Goo, one back. And they'll give it up the middle to Houston. He finds a decent hole out over the 40, out near the 43-yard line for a pickup of about 4 yards.
Gutierrez is there on the tackle for Flatonia.
They moved it up a little bit, up to the 44, so about 5 on the run. So 2nd down and 5 for the Horns. On the near hash mark, we have no score. We played 4.5 minutes here in the first quarter. 3-man front for Flatonia, 3 receivers out right. Brennick looks past, now he's running to the near side. That was a design run, and Flatonia did a good job defending that. Coming up was Jose Maria Garcia, dropped him right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and the thing about that tackle was that was an open field tackle. He was able to wrap around the legs and, again, prevent any kind of gain there. So pretty much tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Bulldogs have been living on their defense. They held Weimar to 21 points last week. All right, 3rd down and a long 5. 4 receivers. New receiver near side is Landon Connor. And they'll give it to Houston up the middle, and he's going to get stopped as he crosses the 45, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, short game there, got right over the line of scrimmage, and looks like Kevin Ramirez there on the tackle. You'll hear his name a lot tonight. And pretty much 4th down territory right here for Schulenburg.
All right, you're outside the 45 on 4th and a long 3. Do you take a chance? Look like they are. Look at Brennick. They're going for it here. They keep the offense on the field on 4th and about 3 at the Shorthorn 46. Brennick will hand it off to Houston coming left, and the Bulldogs are all over there. That's going to be real close.
It's going to be interesting to see where they pick that spot. And
he tried to run.
There's also a flag, right?
Tried to run through Adrian Anderson, who got him out of bounds, but right near the 1st down marker. But there is a flag, as David said.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, they marked him short, so if the flag's on Schulenburg, it's going to be Flatonia's ball.
Yeah, Flatonia's really changing their line. They're bringing the offensive out on the field. They've already kind of predetermined that Schulenburg did not make the 1st down.
Yeah, that was not the most favorable spot on that play, but the penalty goes against Schulenburg, and
then you tack on the holding to it. So, I mean, it was a close spot, but again, they had the holding call. So even if they didn't get the play, they would have probably taken the penalty. So Flatonia actually gets the ball back in great field position again.
It was second drive in a row. 2-yard. The Bulldogs take over in Schulenburg's territory at the 48. Quarterback Jalen Anderson, gets the play from the sideline. He's in the shotgun. They have 3 receivers to the near side, and now they'll send Zayden Perez back over to the left. They hand it off up the middle to Caden Perez, finds a good hole inside the 40-yard line of Schulenburg, and he's going to be a little bit short, but a good pickup on 1st down for Schulenburg.
Yeah, there was a herd there on that tackle. There's pretty much everybody on that defense there.
And the Bulldogs have a player injured on the play. They were running behind the big lineman, Jonathan Cruz, and we have an official's timeout here for an injury with 5:44 to go in the first quarter. The line of scrimmage is going to be the 39 of Schulenburg, so a good 9-yard run on 1st down for Flatonia. As the medical staff for Flatonia checking on the injured player. Clippers tonight playing in Sealy. The Rangers will be playing next week. Most think it'll be the 4th spot unless something drastic happens in Sealy tonight. Weimer and Ganado playing 8 miles down the road in a very important game, or not Ganado, but Kennedy. Very important game in Weimer tonight, too.
See, we got a Sealy on top already, 7-0 there in the first quarter. No surprise.
They got a very good quarterback there.
Ganado strikes first, 7-0 over Danbury.
Zayden Perez shaking up for the Bulldogs. You know, they're not exactly deep in numbers over there. They haven't been all year. He's walking off, but he's got a little limp to him. All right, the Bulldogs back out there on offense, 2nd and 1. Running back now will be Adrian Anderson. Behind Jalen Anderson, their brothers, incidentally. All right, 2 receivers out left the wing here to the right. They send the man in motion back to the near side. And it's a little bootleg by Jalen Anderson rolling left. Those across his body. Got a man wide open at the 30-yard line. Ball right on target to Alan Venegas. He gets it down near the 25, inside the 25 for a big third down conversion for Flatonia, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was a big play there for Flatonia. They had everybody kind of fooled there at the secondary, and wide receiver had enough room there to make the grab and lose the chains. Big first down for Flatonia.
16 yards for the Bulldogs there, and it's first down at the 23 of Schulenburg. Under 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Motion man this side. They give it off to Adrian Anderson off the left side. This plows forward. He'll pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards down near the 20. Again, they're running behind the big lineman, Sergio De Arcos.
Max Hernandez there on the tackle for Schulenburg.
Pick up a 3. That's the 2nd down, 7.
So the Bulldogs have a 2nd down at the Shorthorn 20-yard line. You need 7 here. Best offensive drive for either team here so far in the first quarter. All right, Anderson hands it to Anderson. A good opening off the left side for Adrian Anderson, and he cuts it back down the middle, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10-yard line there. Pretty good run there by Anderson, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah, that was a big hole there, opened up. I want to say that was it's hard to see, it was either Kevin Ramirez or, I think it was him on the left side. He had a big hole there that he created, and that was big enough for a first down and some change. So nice job there on that run.
All right, 13-yard gain. The Bulldogs 1st and goal at the Shorthorn 7-yard line. First threat of the night. Play clock is under 10. Anderson will hand it to Adrian Anderson off the right side this time, and he gets it down inside the 5, driving toward the goal line, but the Shorthorns will stop him short, but another good gain on first down.
Good there on the initial tackle for Schulenburg.
30-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Again, just a simple offense right now. They're running it right up the middle. They've got plenty of time, and they've been pretty successful thus far running it in between the tackles.
All right, 2nd and goal, about the 2-yard line for Flatonia. 3:35 to go in the opening quarter. Bulldogs threatening here. Very tight offense, and not a lot of splits between these linemen. Man in motion, and they'll give it off to Anderson. Breaks outside right, and he scores untouched off tackle, and the Bulldogs are on the board first.
Around the right side.
Yeah, he sure did. Again, right side there, pretty much wide open for that run. Goes in untouched, and Flatonia scores first. I mean, again, all plays positive yards on this drive.
Bulldogs draw first blood.
And set up by a 4th down stop by the defense in good field position. All right, field goal, extra point attempt. Holder is Nathan Aguilon. Kick is up by Lucas Gutierrez, and it is good, and Flatonia on the board first. Bulldogs 7, Shorthorns nothing. 3:19 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds here with the kickoff here on KVUK.
For over 60 years, a trusted name for high-caliber paving and steel coating work has been J&P Farick Paving in Flatonia. They're knowledgeable in road construction and maintenance, parking lots and driveways, and their Better Business Bureau rated for concrete work. Give Kirby a call, 361-772-0054 for a free estimate. 361-772-0054. J&P Farick Paving, happy to be a part of tonight's broadcast, and they wish the Lady Dogs and Bulldogs good luck. The mission of the LaGrange Family Health Center is to improve the health of those they serve with a commitment to excellence. Their goal is to offer quality care and programs that set community standards, exceed patients' expectations, and provide a caring, convenient, cost-effective, and accessible manner. Their focus is improving lives through health and wellness. In LaGrange, call 968-8493. In Giddings, 542-7400, and in Flatonia, 361-865-3302.
All right, welcome back. The kicker, I'm going to give you the right guy to kick the extra point, Jose Maria Garcia. He just kicked it off, and it's a high pooch kick and a fair catch for the Shorthorns on the far side of the field inside the 30-yard line by Emerson Harvey. And Schulenburg will go back on offense now, down 7-0.
In the first quarter, getting close to the end there, Weimer's on top of Kennedy 7-0. And LaGrange in the second quarter trailing Sealy 7-0.
All right, the Horns will have it near their 28. That scoring drive was 6 plays and 48 yards, 2-yard touchdown run for Adrian Anderson. All right, the Horns back out there now on offense, 1st and 10. Again, it's a 3-receiver set. Owen Brennick, the quarterback, with Terry and Houston set to his left, and Brennick will drop back, and now he wants to run right. He cuts it up and gets around one man and gets it out over the 30 near the 34, 35-yard line, and a good pickup on first down.
Gabriel Aguilar there on the first initial tackle. They dropped a few guys back in coverage, but
they'll mark it at the 35. So a gain of about 7. So a very makeable second down for Schulenburg. 2nd down and 3, and Brennick is limping a little bit in front of the huddle too. Sending Nick Good out with the play. Ball's on the far hash mark. Flatonia playing it.
Schulenburg's at 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry up.
Basically a 4-man front, and now they're going to call it. Shorthorns calling a timeout as the play clock was about to run out on them. So timeout, Horns. 2:29 to go in the quarter. It's 7-0 Flatonia. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back on KVUK in a moment.
Joel's Barbecue in Flatonia serves up wonderful, delicious barbecue each time you stop in. They smoke their barbecue in wood pits until it gets that sweet, dark, delicious look and flavor. So when you're hungry, go by Joel's Barbecue at the intersection of Interstate 10 West and FM 609 in Flatonia. They're open every day except Tuesday. Joel's Barbecue is family owned and operated. They're happy to be a part of this broadcast.
Hi, welcome back to Hoosman Stadium. Gary Dushek and David Topel. What do you think so far? 7-0 Flatonia.
I mean, pretty much what you expected, a big ground attack for both teams. Flatonia did open it up on the last drive with the pass a little bit, got some big yards there, but pretty predictable so far, getting ground and pound for both teams.
I'm waiting for Brennick now to start airing one out here. They're playing man-to-man pretty much in the secondary, and they give it to Houston up the middle. He bounces off of one man, tries to get it outside, but the Bulldogs are right there and held him to maybe a yard trying to go around the right side.
Yeah, Flatonia just right there, right place, right time. Their defense really does kind of shine a lot in these games. Again, a lot of quickness on that defensive line front, and they give up a yard, but again, defense really won that play right there.
All right, 3rd down and 2 at the 36. Under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Nick Good will be coming out to the near side. In the slot is Jace Yonda, his favorite target, Brenning's favorite target. They hand it to Houston coming left, big hole, 40-45, and he's almost got away from the tacklers there, but they get him down there with a big third down conversion for the Shorthorns. They moved the chains on that first down run.
Yeah, again, big play there, left side of the field. And Anderson there on the tackle. You knew it was going to come up at some point. I mean, right there was Houston was just waiting for that side of the line to open up, and he did. And when Houston can get in the open field, he's got some quickness to go with that power.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 45 of Schulenburg, near the far hash mark. Brennick back to throw. He's going to run right. He's got room, 50 in the Bulldog territory, 45 inside the 40, and spins forward down near the 36 or 37-yard line. So a big run there for Owen Brennick.
Down to the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs. It'll be first down.
I want to say Anderson was down there, the first one to make a hit. A couple others joined in.
19 yards on the quarterback run around the right side, and it's first down for the Horns at the Bulldog 36. And this is their first play in Flatonia territory tonight. Under a minute left here in the quarter. 7-0 Flatonia. All right, 3 receivers here to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Brennick will give it to Houston, trying to go off the right side. Finds a little room inside the 35, down near the 32-yard line on a good first down pickup.
Valdez on the tackle there for Flatonia. And
he's running behind Hayes, Baumgarten.
And this might be the last play of the first quarter. They have plenty of time, and I think Schulenburg is going to take their time.
All right, it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 31 of Flatonia, and the Bulldogs are coming to the sideline. They're going to let the final 10 seconds run off. 1 quarter in the books here. Big game here in Schulenburg tonight. Bulldogs 7, Shorthorns nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter here in 60 seconds.
Hot rooms and high bills. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This unit's old and I'm cold. Who can I call so I don't get sold? Call Ben, he's got the plan. Everybody's calling the Mitsubishi man. 1 zone, 2 zones, up to 8, he can get it done. Now I'm thrilled with lower bills. You won't believe how it makes me feel. So call Ben, he's got the plan. Everybody's calling the Mitsubishi man.
Call Ben Schuster, the Mitsubishi man, at Schuster's Air Conditioning and Heating at 979-561-8360. That's 979-561-8360.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter as the Horns now going from left to right. They have a second down and about 5 at the 36 of Flatonia, trying to tie this game up as the Bulldogs scored with 3:19 to go in the quarter on an Adrian Anderson 2-yard run. All right, the Horns now, Yonda in motion back to the left. They're always in spread. Brennick back to throw, and they'll fire the bubble screen to Yonda, but he gets hit right as he caught the ball. That was a really good hit coming up by Adrian Anderson, and maybe a yard on that play.
Yeah, and that was a tough yard at that. Anderson pretty much met him right at the point of where he caught the ball. And again, you know, that could have been a lot worse if this was a couple years ago. But, man, that was a good open field tackle by Anderson. And, again, a manageable third down still for Schulenburg.
They have it at the 30. Far hash mark 3rd and 4. Just started the second quarter. 7-0 Flatonia. Our Good is split out to the left. That's the far side on the narrow side. Brennick will give it to Houston going left, and a good tackle in the backfield. Around the ankles, bringing him down was Carmen Valdez for no gain.
Him and Alex Castro were in the backfield ready to go. They brought some extra folks in and put the pressure on them. They had that play pretty much snuffed out. And again, I know it's still fourth down, but it's still another manageable fourth down. We've seen Schulenburg easily grab 4 or 5 yards tonight on plays. This is realistic. And again, I think if you're going to get a first down, you're going to have to get it on the legs of your quarterback. Brennick's going to have to create a play.
All right, fourth down, as David said, at the 30 of Flatonia. They got defensive backs spread out all over the place. 3-man front. And Brennick back to throw across. He's got Yonda caught at the 25, and he works it upfield. That's going to be a first down near the 21-yard line.
Yeah, great throw there. There was some coverage around him there, too, for Yonda, but he had no choice but to throw it there. That was a good pitching catch there between those two. Gets the first down. I'm pretty sure Yonda got hit 3 different ways as soon as he caught that ball, but still got the first down.
All right, 21-yard line of the Bulldogs. Schulenburg with a 1st and 10. Trying to tie this game up, down 7-0.
KBUK, LaGrange.
Connor in the slot on the far side. Yonda's going in motion back that way toward the left. Brennick back to throw. Still got all day. Now he's under some pressure, and he dumps it off to Houston. Caught at the 22. Breaks one tackle. 15 down the sideline, and he gets forced out near the 10-yard line. And a good pickup there. A little check down pass to Terry and Houston.
Yeah, Aguilon was in the backfield with pressure on Brennick. He stayed in the pocket and found Houston there. Got knocked out of bounds there, close to about the 10-yard line. But enough for pretty close to first down. Nope, I think now they're moving.
Yeah, they can't make up their mind. Here we go. There we go. Yep, 10-yard pickup down to the 11.
There you go.
So first down. And the Horns can get a first down at the 1. Line of scrimmage, the 11. Nick Good is put way out to the left, and then Yonda goes back that way. They fake it to him on the jet sweep, and Brennick will keep it off the left side and get it down near the 6 or 7 yard line.
Aguilon there on the tackle.
Picked up about 3 yards on the play.
So Horns are inside the 10. So 3 yards. They're at the 8-yard line. 2nd and 7. Ball in the center of the field. Breeze has died down a little bit. Only score of the night, Adrian Anderson for Flatonia late in the first quarter. Schulenburg's trying to tie it up here. 2nd down, 7. They give it to Houston, breaks it outside left, cuts back inside the 5, and he's still on his feet, but the Bulldogs stand him up and push him back. It'll be down inside the 5-yard line for 3rd down.
Got down inside the 5-yard line, be 3rd down.
He was a little short, so they need about 2.5, 3 yards for the first down down at the 3. Four down territory for sure, I would think. Yep. Here, right? Yeah, no question. One thing about these two teams, they do work the play clock. It's not like LaGrange. Barely have time to look down at the paper.
Schulenburg's going to have to hurry it up. They're at the 5-second mark here on the play clock.
They got 3 out to the left side. Brennick takes the snap, wants to run. He's in trouble, cuts it up, and I don't think he got there. He's going to be, looks like he's shy of the first down, maybe a bit.
Garcia was there the first one, also there Valdez.
So, I don't know, it's pretty close. Let's see where they put it down over there. And it's going to be about a yard short. So we got a yard. They're down to the 2, 4th and 1. So in essence, is a goal line stand here for Flatonia. Brennick comes to the sideline, gets the play. Play clock at 15, 4th and 1 at the 2 of Flatonia. Brennick's going to go under center here. Under Hayes Baumgarten. They tried to sneak it in, or at least get the first down. I don't think he got the touchdown, but he should have the first. Schulenburg thinks he scored. Yeah, they did. Yep, After all that, the line judge on the near side called touchdown, and the linesman on the other side didn't really just came up to spot the ball. So, but it's a touchdown for the Horns, and they convert a 4th down play from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it took them a minute there to figure out the spot.
I'm not sure Coach Uzel is real happy about the way that happened there. Because that line judge on the other side looked like he was going to mark it short, and the one on the near side called it a touchdown. All right, the extra point attempt for Schulenburg. Preston Kahn. Brennick a hold. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. And we're all knotted up. 7:14 to go in the half. The defense has so far controlled this game. It's 7-7. We'll have the kickoff in 60 seconds.
When the wind starts to howl and the branches hang low, you've got a problem only Cole Sager will know.
When your trees need help, call Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping Services. They can treat the symptoms using their IV injection system with a phenomenal 99.9% success rate. Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping also does trimming, pruning, ball moss removal, beautiful landscapes, construction projects, and more. Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping Services, the only 5-star rated, locally owned, serving Fayette and surrounding counties, insured, licensed, and bonded. Google Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping Services to see pictures and videos of their work. Call 361-772-6952.
Give them a ring, don't delay, don't you wait.
All right, a 13-play drive for the Shorthorns, covered 72 yards, a 2-yard 4th down run for Owen Brennick, got him into the end zone, and the extra point by Kahn ties it up at 7.
Short pooch kick there to the right side of the field. He's going to go off the hands.
Yeah, the ball is in, and it looks like the Shorthorns think they've got it inside the 40, and they do.
It went off of Jalen Anderson's hands. It was just a high pooch kick to him on the right side of the field, and just went in and out of his hands.
Well, what a big turn of events for Schulenburg now. They just scored. Momentum's in their favor, and now they can really possibly not maybe take control of it, but get the upper hand here.
Yeah, that was, again, big heads-up play there. Schulenburg hustled down to get that return, and again, tough break there for Anderson. It was an easy kick for him. It wasn't a sidewinder or anything like that, but just misplaced it, and now the ball goes over.
All right, the Horns take over at the 38 on the turnover. Flatonia with the 3-man down front. 4 receivers. Brennick back to throw, and he's rolling right near side. Now he's going to run. He's got all kind of room, 35-30, 25-20. Runs by one at the 15, and he gets it all the way down near the 5-yard line. Boy, there was all kind of room on that scramble, and the Horns are in business down near the 7-yard line.
Kason Perez down there at the end of the field, kind of the last person there to stop Brennick, and was able to do so. But again, big run, and that's exactly what Schulenburg was looking to capitalize on after the turnover.
31 yards on the play, down to the 7. And it's going to be 1st and goal for Schulenburg. Ball's on the near hash mark. 2 receivers out left for Schulenburg. They'll give it to Houston off the left guard, and he gets hit as he crossed the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard as he ran into Alex Castro with the tackle, one of the linebackers.
Yeah. He was right there to make the tackle. Again, pretty much keyed in on them, or keyed in on Houston on that handoff.
Ball near the 6-yard line of Flatonia, 2nd and goal for Schulenburg. Just about halfway through the second quarter. Been a run-oriented game so far. Horns have 2 receivers near side. Had a wing off to the left, and there goes Yonda in motion back left. It's a quarterback draw more or less by Brennick gets it inside the 5, and they shove him back. Well, coming out of there with the ball was Jalen Anderson from Flatonia, but I don't think anybody saw how the ball got in his hands. Forward progress probably stopped, and they march Brennick down near the 5-yard line.
Ball spotted about the 6. Tackled by.
Again, Valdez there on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
It's 3rd down and goal just outside the 5 of Flatonia. Schulenburg trying to get the lead for the first time. 7-7 game. Good is out to the left by himself. You have Carr and Yonda here on the right. Yonda's in the slot. Brennick is back to throw, looking right. Fires one toward the end zone, and he's got Yonda right there at the pylon, and they gave him the touchdown. Right on target was the throw, and he beat Jalen Anderson on one-on-one, and he got it right across broke the plane for the touchdown.
Yeah, Yonda earlier helped Schulenburg with a big 4th down conversion. Big catch there, and then now comes up big with a touchdown to put them over the top.
Touchdown, 5-yard pass, and they turned the fumble into a score. Up to fumble recovery on the kickoff. All right, here's Preston Kahn with the extra point. Brennick's the holder. And it is up, and it is good. Well, that's 14 straight points for Schulenburg. 4:46 left in the half. Shorthorns 14, Bulldogs 7. The kickoff coming up here on KVUK in 60 seconds.
Looking for an exciting new career in the communications industry? Look no further. Colorado Valley Communications is a leading communication provider in Fayette County and the surrounding areas. We are looking for reliable, enthusiastic, and courteous staff who are passionate about customer service. If this sounds like you, then be sure to visit our careers page at cvctx.com/careers. We offer competitive pay and fantastic benefits. Take the first steps towards an exciting new career opportunity and apply today.
For over 80 years now, the Cavender Auto family has kept Texans on the road, and today's no different. With one click to CavenderAutoCountry.com, shop 4 Cavender dealerships, including Cavender Ford, Cavender Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and Cavender Polaris in Columbus, and Cavender Chevrolet Buick GMC in Weimar. One click, 4 dealerships at CavenderAutoCountry.com, making confidence happen right here at home.
All right, thank you, Mike. Welcome back to Hoosman Stadium. It's 14-7 for the Horns. Again, turning that fumble recovery on the misplay on the kickoff return. They drive 38 yards in 4 plays. Brennick to Yonder for 5 yards, and the point after makes it 14-7 with 4:46 left here in the first half. All right, here's the kick. High end over in, deep to the near sideline, and it hits him just out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It went out of bounds.
Kicked by Mason Kunchik. So Flatonia, I guess, would have the option. You take it, either re-kick it or move it up the field on the kick out of bounds.
Kind of hard to still see what they're doing. I see people coming in and people going out. I think they're going to take it.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody setting back up to kick.
No, they're going to probably take it at the 30-yard line, which is where they'll mark it. They decide where they're going to put it. All right, the Bulldogs will take it at their 30.
Bulldogs in first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On the near hash mark. And now down by a touchdown all of a sudden. The scores for Schulenburg came about 3 minutes apart. They're up by a touchdown now.
Hey, let's go! Nothing's easy. Let's go!
Flatonia will have a couple of receivers here to the near side, Nathan Aguilar and Abram Saavedra. At the 2 Andersons in the backfield, Jalen the quarterback and Adrian the running back. Saavedra in motion. They'll give it to Anderson. Adrian Anderson off the right side, off the right tackle. He'll get it out near the 35-yard line for about maybe 5 yards on the play.
Picked up a quick 5 yards.
Yeah, that was just a simple handoff over the right side. And You know, he is fast. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, he is.
If he gets in the open field, there's going to be problems for Schulenburg.
I can tell you, number one is the other.
Yeah, either
Anderson
one
is pretty fast too. All right, 2nd and 5 at the Bulldog 35. Now they're going with a little different formation. It's a shotgun with 2 backs, with Adrian Anderson lined up behind Jalen, the quarterback. They'll give it to the up back, trying to go right. That is Nathan Aguilon, and he kind of picks his way up for maybe 2 or 3 yards at the most from that wing back spot.
got him a couple there, enough to move the first down marker a little bit, and manageable 3rd down right now. And
all right, the Bulldogs, I would think right at this point, they need a first down here. The last thing they want to do is give Schulenburg the ball back.
I'm going to say they're going to probably go somewhere outside of the tackles here. They're going to try to. They've got on the heavy side of the field. They've got a lot of room, especially with their quickness.
All right, 3rd down and 2 at the Bulldog 38. Clock running, 3:20 to go in the first half. He'll hand it all. Boy, what a man! Adrian Anderson took the snap, the handoff, and he was smacked before he got back to the line of scrimmage by Max Hernandez, and that's a loss back near the 35.
Yeah, again, I was expecting them to run outside of the tackles. They went right up the middle, and they lost a yard. So this will be a punting situation for sure for Flatonia.
Probably the best defensive play of the night there. So it's 4th and 5, and the Bulldogs have no choice. They've got to punt it away here.
I think that's Yonda back there ready to take the punt.
Schulenburg still has 2 timeouts left. The clock running at 2. It's a fake. And it's not going to work. Freddie Manzano took off on the fake, and he barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Schulenburg the ball in excellent field position at the 35 of Flatonia with a chance to open up this depth lead for Schulenburg here late in the first half.
Yeah, I saw a coach over there from Flatonia. He was barking about a hole. There was a hole designed for there. It's just they chose the wrong gap to run in. And had he gone to probably the design play, he would have gotten the first down there. But, again, big turnover for Flatonia. Schulenburg gets great field position.
All right, line of scrimmage for Schulenburg. The Bulldogs 35. They got 4 receivers on this formation. Brennick to throw, swings it out to Houston in the flat, and he stumbles. And, boy, he had some room there, and the grass monster came up and got him. Boy, he could have ran a long way with that one, and it turns out to be about a half a yard loss.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for Anderson. He was wide open there trying to find some place for him to go. And, I mean, again, he could have gotten there if he wanted to. I'm sorry, for Houston, excuse me. And there was plenty of room there. He just tripped over his feet.
All right, it's 2nd and 11. We're coming up on the 2-minute timeout here before the half. It is 14-7 Flatonia, 2-minute timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds here to Schulenburg.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Novak & Company in Schulenburg is ready to help you during the current tax season. They can also assist you with all of your bookkeeping needs. Call Novak & Company at 979-743-3213 to schedule your appointment. Find out how they can help you with your taxes and bookkeeping needs. Novak & Company, they support the youth of the area. They support the Lady Horns and Shorthorns, and wishing them good luck in tonight's game. Novak & Company, 720 Lyons Avenue in Schulenburg.
All right, welcome back to Schulenburg. A score on Weimar and Kennedy, 14-14. Big game in Weimar there. All right, it's 2nd and 11 for Schulenburg. They give it to Houston, trying to go left, cuts it up, breaks the tackle, and gets it down near the 31-yard line. So he got about 5 there.
Yeah, he was able to bounce off of Houston was able to bounce off a few tackles when he got the ball, and I think final tackle there was by Castro and then Valdez. So,
all right, 3rd down and about 5. Clock at 1:35 left in the half, and the Horns still have 2 timeouts to work with here. They haven't tried to air one out down the field yet. That's got to be coming here pretty soon. Flatonia playing more or less man-to-man with a deep safety. Brennick's back to throw. He steps up and fires one toward the end zone for Carr, and it's a contested ball in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Good defensive play by their safety back there. I'll get the number here. He turns around. I'll tell you who was on defense, but they tried to get it to Carr.
I think that was Jose Maria Garcia. So there you go. I mean, a big play on the defensive side. And again, same situation as earlier. Schulenburg has a manageable fourth down right now, and they can easily get this. Again, Flatonia hasn't had a big busted play tonight on offense, so even if they don't get it, it's going to be difficult for Flatonia to score in under a minute.
There was some contact on that ball into the end zone, but referees ruled it incomplete. Fourth down and about 5.5, 6. They're going to go for it here. Brennick back to throw near sideline, and that ball sailed on him out of bounds. He tried to get it to Denver Carr. He was open, and the Flatonia defense, after losing the ball on the fake, get a stop here, and they get the ball back late.
Yeah, again, fourth down, you have to go deep there to get your wide receiver an opportunity to make the play. Just couldn't do it. He was well covered. Everybody was covered there. A good defensive stand there for Flatonia. After giving up the easy yards for Schulenburg, they come back and make a good stand there.
All right, the Bulldogs will take it at their 30-yard line. They have all three of their timeouts with 1 minute and 2 to go. Horns are up 14-7. Boy, that game in Weimar is going to go down to the wire, it sounds like, between them and Kennedy. And if Kennedy wins that one, that shakes up things a lot between these four teams. Four receivers to the near side. Now Bulldogs send Aguilar back in motion. They'll hand it off up the middle. Nothing there. Schulenburg now has stopped the running game here a lot better here in the second quarter. Gave it to Anderson, and that's a loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11, and Flatonia now with 40 seconds left. I'm probably getting to the point here. They're not going to force anything, I wouldn't think, at this point.
No.
Three receivers again. They're in no hurry here in the final 30 seconds of this first half. Flatonia will get the ball to start the third quarter, so then they defer. There's a run up the gut. That's going to be out near the 35 to Anderson. And that's going to do it for the first half, as the Bulldogs are content to go to the dressing room here down by one score. Good first half. Defense is dominated early, but the Horns with a couple of touchdowns here in the second quarter, 3 minutes apart after a recovery of a fumble. They go to the dressing room leading 14-7 here in Schulenburg on the last night of the regular season here at Hoosman Stadium. We're going to take a break. Mike's got some news items and some other things for you. We'll be back here in about somewhere close to 15 to 20 minutes. We'll recap the first half and get ready for the second half. It's Shorthorns 14, Bulldogs 7 here at halftime at Hoosman Stadium in Schulenburg. Mike, it's all yours.
For a delicious home-cooked Thanksgiving dinner, it's Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant in Schulenburg. Their turkey and dressing is wonderful. They'll do all the cooking for you and your family. Turkey and dressing is available by the pound. The dressing is available raw, frozen, or baked. There's also ham and all of the sides. Oak Ridge Smokehouse can also cater your Thanksgiving meal. And don't forget the great pies, cakes, and other desserts. To place your order, call 979-743-3372. Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant will also be open Thanksgiving Day until 2 p.m. Breakfast will be available early, and then the turkey and dressing buffet meal. So let Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant at 712 U.S. Highway 77 in Schulenburg cook for you this Thanksgiving Day. Again, to place your orders, 743-3372.
Hello, farmers and ranchers. Jamie Micklick here, once again with Flatonia Livestock Commission Company. Flatonia Livestock is located at 1500 Highway 90 East in Flatonia, and our sale is on Monday starting at 11:30. The Ronnie Beck family would like to say thank you so much for your continued support in business. We really do appreciate it. We have holding pens in Ellinger, LaGrange, and Bernardo for your convenience. For all your hauling needs, contact Ron Beck Jr. at 361-772-4806. And we receive livestock 7 days a week. That's right, 7 days a week. Also, go check out our newly revised website at www.flatonialivestock.com or check out our Facebook page. Remember, selling your livestock is our business. Once again, thank you so much, the Ronnie Beck family and Flatonia Livestock.
All right, welcome back to Shorthorns Stadium. Well, actually, it's David Hoosman Stadium. 14-7 as the Shorthorns lead the Bulldogs. A very good first half. A lot of defense in the first half. That's the Schulenburg band in the background, incidentally. Hey, just a reminder, we'll have scores after the game tonight. We'll do our scoreboard tomorrow, and we'll hopefully maybe start hashing out the playoff combinations for next week. At least what we might know. We might know who's playing who, but as far as the wheres and ands and all that good stuff, maybe not yet. But coaches they work ahead on that stuff, and they got combinations already in their back pocket. It's just they just don't jump the gun on this is where we're going too far in advance. And both of these teams are still in it. Flatonia, though, has to win tonight to have an opportunity to get into the playoff picture. And Schulenburg right now leading 14-7. And the Bulldogs scored in the first quarter, an Adrian Anderson 2-yard run with 3:19 left in the quarter. The extra point made it 7-0. And the Horns put their two scores up in the second quarter. Owen Brennick with a 2-yard run with 7:14 left in the half. That was a good long drive, 13 plays and 72 yards. The extra point by Kahn tied it at 7. And then the Bulldogs muffed a pooch kick on the kickoff. Schulenburg recovered and drove it down the field 38 yards in 4 plays. Brennick to Yonda with a 5-yard touchdown pass, and the extra point made it 14-7. And that came with 4:46 left in the half, and that's the way the half ended. Horns are up 14-7. A win for them tonight puts them in the playoffs. No questions about that. And another reminder for y'all, coming up on Sunday, we will be out once again. I'll make my annual trip to Praha for the Praha Veterans Organization. They're all Veterans Memorial Service out at the Praha Cemetery. That'll be Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, and that'll be on KVLG and KBUK. And I kind of lost track of how many times I've made that trip out there for that, but that's always a really good program, and you get a chance, if you haven't been out to it, you need to go. And that'll be Sunday morning at 11 o'clock out at Praha. Halftime a while ago, Weimar and the Kennedy Lions tied at 14, and that's got a lot of ramifications for this district for playoffs, too. Weimar right now in second place at 4-1. If Kennedy wins that game, they would both be 4-2, and if Schulenburg wins this one, they'll be 4-2. And then it's going to get down to a point situation for second, third, and fourth. And, of course, everybody does not want to be fourth because you don't want to play Refugio in the first round, which is number 1 in the state, ahead of Ganado, who's number 2. So there's a lot of incentive to avoid that fourth spot out of this district. Flatonia's back on the field. The Horns have not come out through the run tunnel yet. Haven't seen them come back out on the field yet. Let's see here what we got, a few scores. David will be back with me here in a little bit. All right, let's get a couple of area scores here in the district at southeast west of in 3A Division I. It is Nixon Smiley leading Stockdale 29-23. Both of those teams should be in the playoffs out of that district. Brenham Cubs are routing Belton at halftime 42-14. Let's see here. Yoakum is all over Hallisville tonight, 42-7. Hallisville is going to wind up being 1-3 in that district, but they'll be the fourth-place team. And if Yoakum goes on to win that one, they will be the runner-up behind Columbus. Shiners having no trouble with Yorktown, 47-12. They're in the third quarter already. Edna Cowboys, 40-6 over Palacios. Let's see, Cuero leading Robstown, 28-12. A couple of other scores here of some local interest to us tonight. Taylor Ducks over Austin Travis, 14-3. The Ducks are going to be the runner-up in that 4A Division I district. Weimar and Kennedy are at halftime. It's 14-14 over at Weimar. Again, we're 14-7 here at halftime for Schulenburg. Madisonville all over Giddings, 42-3. Buffaloes are going to finish with a winless district season. Ganado routing Danbury at the half. That's 47-0 at halftime for Ganado and Danbury tonight. That's not a shock, I don't think, for anybody. East Bernard thought they were pretty good, and they went up against Tidehaven tonight. That's 52-6 at halftime. Tidehaven is real good. Columbus wins. They got a final score on this one already against Columbus, so I don't know how that got through that. But it says 43-0 Columbus over Hempstead. Brazos leads Industrial 14-7. Belleville blowing out Caldwell. Not a shock there. 56-7 at halftime. Slot T is running for Belleville tonight. Toledo doing the same thing to Smithfield, 41-0. The Tigers are looking at an 0-20 for the last 2 years. Let's see here. Let's see what's in the other run across the LaGrange score here. The Leopards are over in Sealy tonight. Both teams have not come back on the field yet, but they will be shortly. As again, we're getting ready for the third quarter here at Hoosman Stadium. Yep, Notre Dame is back on the field across the way. Flatonia Bulldogs. Notre Dame fights on. And the Shorthorns back on the field on this side. Still having a hard time believing that we're at the end of the season already. It's been a very fast year. All right, we told you Madisonville 42-3 over Giddings at halftime. Sealy is shutting out LaGrange 22-0 at halftime. And Belleville routing Caldwell 56-7. The Leopards are going to be playing La Vega next week. It's 42-0 late in the third quarter against Lorena. Unless LaGrange can pull off a major league comeback at being down 22-7 at the 22-0 at the half. All right, both teams, kickoff unit back out there. Flatonia will get the ball to start the third quarter as the Shorthorns lead 22-7. Big matchup between Liberty Hill and Bastrop, both undefeated in district, and Liberty Hill leads 22-7 over the Bastrop Bears.
17, Caden Mercy.
Well, David, I guess the Flatonia's got to find some offense. That's the story.
Schulenburg wasted no time. They go with the onside kick to start off.
Oh, a tricky deal here, Coach Ferguson.
Let's see. Does Flatonia get it back?
Yeah, Bulldogs will have it near about the 47-yard line. So a little trickery by the Shorthorns here.
They were huddled up, and they were looking like they were still trying to call their play in or what they want to do for kickoff, and then they just scrambled up to the ball to kick it. It looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Yeah,
but
one of the kick team for Schulenburg injured on that play or shaken up. Yeah, it was a major league pile right around the 47-yard line.
And this will give Flatonia an opportunity with good field position when they start off the second half. Wind
is picked up again, blowing out of the south. It's Supposed to be getting a weather change at some point later on this weekend. Our score is 14-7, and Denver Carr was on the kicking team or the kickoff team for Schulenburg, shaken up, and he's walking off under his own power, so that's good. All right, let's see what the Flatonia offense can do here to start this third quarter.
Tough night again for Smithville. They're down 41-0. Another rough year there for the Tigers.
Coach Lane Newman, 2 years there, and it's 0-20. It's tough. All right, quarterback once again for Flatonia is Dalen Anderson. The running back is Adrian Anderson. Coming in motion near side is Aguilon, and they'll give it to Adrian up the middle and finds a little crease, gets it into Schulenburg territory for a pickup of about 4 yards on first down, and it'll be 2nd down 6 for the Bulldogs.
Pickup of about 4, it'll be 2nd down and 6. Emerson Harvey, number 9.
Emerson Harvey on the tackle for Schulenburg. Flatonia doesn't huddle, but they're not in hurry-up mode. All the play calls coming from the sideline. Anderson in the shotgun, standing back at his 45. They'll give it to Adrian again. Nothing there. Good play there by the Shorthorns, coming up quickly.
Dean Bradley and also Max Hernandez, the junior-sophomore connection there. I mean, Schulenburg's got some size. I mean, they got big guys right up there in the front. They even got a freshman starting tonight in Colton Matula. So Flatonia's still running in between the tackles. They have not really busted outside yet, and I'm still waiting for them to do that because with their backfield and their speed that they have with both Andersons, they really can get yards quick.
Yeah, it would make sense. 3rd down and 7 for Bulldogs. There's a little roll out, a bootleg to the right. Anderson trying to get out there, and he is run down from behind by Jaquil Houston. That was close to a horse collar tackle, but he didn't grab him around the shoulder pads. But it's a loss on 3rd down, and the Horns force a 3 and out and a punt from Flatonia.
Yeah, I don't really disagree with the play call there, but it was just perfect execution there for Schulenburg. They were able to bring a man in. He came in untouched and applied pressure pretty quick, and now Flatonia is going to be forced to punt here.
All right, 4th down, and they need about 14. Back for Schulenburg. Jay Shonda, the only receiver, and here's the punt away by Alan Venegas. And
much better punt.
Yeah, and it takes a good Flatonia roll inside the 20 down near the 10-yard line on the far side. They'll mark it down by the 11, and the Horns will have a long field for their possession here of quarter number 3.
Yeah, glad to see that because, again, it was tough earlier in the first half with the punts. I mean, some of them, they barely got past the line of scrimmage or the first down marker, and that one was a big boot there. So Schulenburg were probably going to start off this drive with the worst field position they've had of the night.
And they'll be back at the 11-yard line. Just started the 3rd quarter, but a little over 2 minutes into it. Still a 14-7 ball game for the Horns. Flatonia with a 4-man front. Brennick back to throw it. He's got a man open here at the 16-yard line. That is good, and he takes it upfield outside the 25 for a 1st down.
Yeah, I think secondary was kind of in zone coverage there. Good. Just snuck right in between about 2 defenders wide open for that catch and gets the 1st down and moves the chains.
15 yards on the 1st down pass from Brennick to Good, and it's Horns have it at their 26. And again, they're up by a touchdown here. Good split out to the left side with Landon Connor in the slot. 2 receivers this way. They'll give it to Houston up the middle, and he gets across the line of scrimmage but runs into trouble after maybe a yard or 2 on the play. Check that. That was not Houston. That was Cootie Ellison on the carry.
Gutierrez there on the tackle. And Ramirez. So
2nd down for the Horns at their 28. They need 8 here. Go under 9 minutes of the third quarter. Three receivers out left. Brennick to throw across the middle, and he's got a man caught at the 34-yard line on a short reception. The Denver Carr on the reception, and they'll have a third down and short after that reception.
Yeah, good situation here for Schulenburg. You really got a lot of different options. You already moved the ball several times on this drive with a pass. It seems to be pretty effective so far. Wide receivers doing a really good job of getting open.
6 yards on that little hook pass, and it's third down and 2 near the 30, close to the 34 of Schulenburg. Ball's on the far hash. Here comes Jan in motion. They fake it to him, and boy, Flatonia didn't bite on the fake at all. They went right to Brennick, and they get him down for a loss back near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, the good job there for Flatonia. Ramirez in the backfield also with Gutierrez. So it's going to be a loss there. And Schulenburg, I think they may be forced to punt.
Yeah, the 4th and 4, and you're at your 31, so they're not going to do anything silly here. Houston in punt formation. Flatonia with one deep receiver. That's Adrian Anderson at the 39 of Flatonia. Now, he can definitely take it the distance if he gets the chance here. Houston will line drive end over end. Hits at the 45 of Schulenburg and takes a horn roll into Flatonia territory, and it rolls out of bounds near the Flatonia 45. So they'll get good field position on that short punt, and the Bulldogs get the ball back.
The Bulldogs, it'll be 1st and 10, Flatonia.
Had a lot of hang time on that one.
No, that was more of your line drive punt. You're really banking more on the roll than you were the distance in the air. So Flatonia ready to go here on this second drive of the quarter.
All right, they'll put it down at the 45. So the Bulldogs have started up near midfield. Their second possession here in the third quarter. The two Andersons in the backfield, Jalen the quarterback, Adrian the deep back. They also have Nathan Aguilon back there. Schulenburg with a 4-man front. They'll have it to Adrian up the middle, and he picks his way forward. Then they get shoved back past the line of scrimmage. He got a couple of yards, but then the defense just closed it in on him, and they shoved him back inside the 45. But they'll get forward progress.
Yeah, even though he's about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, they're still going to give him a little bit of forward progress.
Yeah, a couple of yards out to the 47.
Pick up a 3.
Yeah, they gave him 3.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. So 2nd and 7 for Flatonia.
I think Coach is saying we don't even have both of you refs lined up, and the line judges are off by about 2 feet. I think he's kind of mentioning that one's on one side of the 47 and one's on the other
side. The guy
side.
on this side spotted it shorter than the fellow did on the other one. Clock running quickly here. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. It's 2nd down and 7. Hand off to Adrian Anderson going right. Gets it around the corner. Bounces off a couple of guys and gets it down close to the first down outside the 45 of Schulenburg. It's going to be a little short. But a good hard run for Adrian Anderson around the right side, and the secondary came up to make the stop. Nick Good was one of them.
46 of the Horns. 3rd down, 1 for the Bulldogs.
So about 4 or 5 on the play. Bulldogs have 3rd down and 1. And boy, they need a first down here. Tony's really milking that play clock between plays down to 11. 3rd down and a yard. Still got the tight formation and one tight end with a wingman. They give it to him. And that's not going to go anywhere coming left. They handed it off to Adrian Anderson, and the Horns were all over that one. Coming up to make the stop from the secondary was Emerson Harvey, and it's 4th and 2, and it looks like Flatonia has no thought about this one. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, Flatonia even lost a yard there on that one. Again, that play just took a little bit too long to develop for Flatonia, but Schulenburg had plenty of guys on that right side of the field, and got the 1 yard loss.
All right, it's 4th and 2 at the Horn 47 for Flatonia. The ball in the middle of the field. Play clock down to 7, and the Bulldogs are going to be forced to burn a timeout here. It was taking a while to get that play in. With 4:52 to go in the third quarter, it's still a 14-7 lead for Schulenburg. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back to Schulenburg.
Thinking of building a new home? Call Don Minkalinka Custom Builder Incorporated at 361-865-9217. No matter what size of home, they're ready to make your home building experience a pleasant one. Contact Don Minkalinka Custom Builder Incorporated at 361-865-9217. Let them help you make your dream home come true. Owners Don and Beverly are proud to support the Flatonia Bulldogs football team, wishing them the best of luck in the season. A proud sponsor of this broadcast.
All right, welcome back to Hoosman Stadium. A timeout here for Flatonia with 4:52 to go in the third quarter. And David, again, the Bulldogs just having a hard time sustaining anything offensively.
Yeah, they're able to move the ball. They've been getting a couple first downs tonight. They're just struggling with the fourth down. That's kind of been their kryptonite, if you will. And so, again, they haven't had the big run play tonight. And that's something you've seen a couple of times this year with them already. But Schulenburg has done a great job on defense to keep the Andersons contained. So, going to be interesting to see what they go here off this one. It's only 4th and 2, but they really need to get this first down.
Well, the other thing is, too, though, they really haven't shown any indication they want to throw the ball, so Schulenburg's got everybody close to the line of scrimmage. I mean, their deep safety is only about 10 yards off the line. All right, 4th and 2. They're going to give it to Adrian off the right. He's got a first down and more. Big hole inside the 40. He's dragging a tackler inside the 30-yard line for Flatonia. And a big pickup on 4th down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they were just been kind of waiting on that play tonight. You've seen them run that a couple of times, but on that particular play right there, there was a hole big enough for Anderson to get through. And once he did, it shows what his speed can do. And he got the first down real quick. He got a lot of extra yards there on that one.
18 on the play down to the 29 of the Shorthorns. And again, the Bulldogs looking for the tying score here. We have had very few penalty flags thrown tonight also. All right, there goes Aguilan in motion to the right. Anderson back to throw. He's hit. The ball is underthrown, and luckily for him, it wasn't intercepted. The ball never got to the receiver as he was hit, as he let it fly. Tried to get it to Sean McKim, but way short, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think Hertzig there had the coverage there for Schulenburg, and I think everybody was expecting the deep ball there, but because of the hit, it didn't travel very far, and Hertzig got a hand on it, but just couldn't get the interception.
All right, 2nd and 10, again for the Bulldogs at the 29 of Schulenburg. Aguilan is flanked to the near side. Now he goes in motion. They fake it to him and give it to Adrian coming back left, and he gets it off tackle down near the 25-yard line on a little crossbuck action there for about 4.
Houston and Yonda there on the tackle for Schulenburg.
All right, you got 3rd and 6 now for Flatonia. 4-down territory for sure here again. Orange are hanging on to a 14-7 lead. We're getting late in the third quarter. We are late in the third quarter. 3:40 to go in a really quick quarter here. All right, Anderson will hand it off to Adrian going right. He bumps into trouble trying to go around the right side, and there's just nothing there on that play at all.
Yeah, I really couldn't do anything there. His guard and his tackle were blocked into the backfield. And so right there was just a play that went for 18 about 3 plays ago. Good stuff at the line of scrimmage here. Good penetration by the Schulenburg defense.
Keegan Jackson really clogged up the works on that side. And we're fixing to go under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Only a yard there. So another 4th down play for Flatonia. They need about 5 here. They got to get it down to the 19-yard line. They got a wide out to the near side. That is Abraham Cervedra, and Anderson rolling right. Now he's looking to run, and he gets shoved out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. A big play there for Schulenburg by Cootie Ellison, and the Shorthorn defense comes up with a fourth down stop inside their 30-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by Schulenburg. Again, had pressure on the quarterback, did a great job in coverage with all their defenders, and there was just nothing for Flatonia to do there. Again, another missed opportunity for Flatonia with the field position they had. They're just unable to move the ball downfield and get another score.
All right, Shorthorns take over on downs at their 24-yard line, still up by a touchdown. .238 to go in the quarter. Two backs. Now they send Houston in motion near side, and a little bubble screener coming across the plane is Jay Sean that cuts it up, and he's got a lot of room all the way out over the 35-yard line near the 40 on that bubble screen to the left side. And that gets him out of trouble out near the 41-yard line.
Manzano there on the tackle in the secondary. Pretty much a touchdown saving tackle there, because there was nobody behind him if he misses that tackle.
17 yards on the pass and run from Rennick to Yondon. It's first down at the 41 of Schulenburg. They send out the 5-receiver set with an empty backfield here. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rennick back there by himself, and it's a quarterback draw, and the Bulldogs were ready for it. Nothing doing on that play. Got it back to the line of scrimmage. That was about it. He was brought down by Carmen Valdez. And it's second down and about 10.
Yeah, good job by Valdez there. Again, they got a yard, but that was a good defensive play there for the Bulldogs.
All right, they did give him one. It's second down and 9. A minute and 40 to go here in the third quarter. All's on the far hash. Again, they go 4 receivers on this set. Flatonia with 3 down linemen. On defense, Brennick will play action across the middle. He's got Yonder caught on the run, 45, gets it down inside the 40 of Schulen. And the last man back there tripped him up, and that would have been a touchdown if the safety back there, Freddie Manzano, didn't trip him up. And if not, it would have been an easy score.
Yeah, Schulenburg's seeing something right now in the secondary for Flatonia, so they're really taking advantage of that. And again, good job with the throw and great job with catching, because again, those are balls that are coming quick out of the quarterback's hands.
It's 20 yards on that one across the middle, and the Shorthorns now first down at the 38 rather of Flatonia as we go under a minute left here in the third quarter. Shorthorns trying to add to their lead here. They're up 14-7.
KBUK LaGrange.
5. They got 3 receivers stacked to the left. They'll give it to Houston going left and cuts it up. Got a good run inside the 30. It's going to be close to another first down. Basically a power sweep with receivers on that side. Good first down play.
Yeah, right there. Good job there by Schulenburg. Find the hole on the left side and let your running back do his work. And again, Houston, pretty good runner. Once he got in that open field, he hit it hard. And I think that gave him 9 yards there as Schulenburg kind of walks over to the sideline.
Yep, they're going to be content to let the final 15 seconds run down here in the third quarter. And swapping ends, we're going to the fourth quarter. Horns are on the move, and they already lead 14-7. We'll be back to Hoosman Stadium here in 60 seconds here on KVUK.
Willie Joe's Processing is a true full-service butcher shop with daily fresh-cut meat. They offer custom processing that includes deer, beef, and pork. For gift giving, Willie Joe's has gift packs that include jerky, a variety of sausage and dried sausage, plus tenderloins. It's a meat lover's heaven. Willie Joe's Processing, 2218 Krisky Road in High Hill. Their number is 561-8272. Willie Joe's Processing happened to be a part of today's broadcast supporting Schulenburg Athletics.
Hullab Real Estate, serving Central Texas and beyond for over 20 years, is a full-service real estate brokerage with offices in New Braunfels, Hallettsville, and Flatonia, specializing in farm and ranch, residential and commercial. Their customer service and sales results will meet or exceed your expectations. Stop by their Flatonia office at 205 West South Main Street to see Bernadine Kiner or call her at 361-772-5105. For information on their listing and their company, visit hollowrealestate.com.
All righty, welcome back to Shorthorns Stadium or Hoosman Stadium. The Horns are on the move, second in the yard at the 29 of Flatonia. They got 4 receivers. Brennick back to throw, and now he's looking to run, and he cuts it up. He's got a first down and more, gets it into the secondary down near the 20-yard line. And the Shorthorns are starting to take over here at the line of scrimmage here.
Jose Maria Garcia there on the tackle for Flatonia.
Got 9 on the play and the first down, and it's not going well for Weimer tonight over at Weimer. Kennedy's up, 27-14?
Yep.
And if that holds and this one holds up, it's going to be a 3-way tie between Weimer, Schulenburg, and Kennedy at 4-2. And then we go to the plus-minus to determine the seeds. All right, 1st and 10 for the Shorthorns at the 20 of Flatonia. Brennick back to throw under pressure. Fires. As he gets hit, the ball is up for grabs, and he almost intercepted and probably should have been down at the 5-yard line by Jalen Anderson. But it looked like one of his own guys bumped him, and he couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, that one, Brennick had pressure, and he got hit, and as soon as he did, he threw the ball, and, man, that was a tough break there for Flatonia. That could have been a big interception, but I think that's going to breathe some extra life back into Schulenburg because, man, they've been pretty good on this drive, moving the ball fairly easily.
11-17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Horns can, I'm going to say it probably can put the game away here with a touchdown. There goes Houston in motion right. It is 2nd and 10. Brennick, it's a screen pass across the middle, and it was a little too hot to handle and overshoot shot. Landon Connor on a middle screen, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, that was just a simple screen pass there, and there was a little pressure on Brennick, but he still had enough time to get it. Just scaled over the running back's head, and
so now you got
3rd down.
3rd and 20 at the Flatonia, 3rd and 10 at the Flatonia 20. Brennick will send Yonda and Carr out to the right. You got Connor and Good to the near side. Yeah, Brennick back to throw. Now he's rolling right, still looking. Fires one back across the field, and it's deflected and intercepted by Flatonia at the 5-yard line. And
Garcia, Jose Maria Garcia, he bounced off of somebody's hands, and as he was playing safety, he dove for the interception and got it there. I mean, Schulenburg was kind of playing with fire for a while on that drive, and Flatonia comes up big with that interception.
It's one of those but throwing back across your body, back across to the middle, and that bit Schulenburg there, and the Bulldogs are still in the ball game. Granted, they're deep in their end of the field, but they're still only down by a score. Line of scrimmage is looks like right at the 5-yard line after the interception.
And Flatonia has got to score up on this drive. Time is not on their side, and again, they are stuck deep at their own 5-yard line.
All right, up the middle they go with it on a handoff to Anderson and gets it out maybe 2-3 yards. It's about the entire interior line of Schulenburg helped out on the tackle there. A 3-yard pickup for Anderson on that one. Leopards are down 28-0 to Sealy late in the 3rd quarter. All right, 2nd and 7 for Flatonia. Inside their 10, they'll give it going off the right side. That was not Anderson. I think that was Aguilon on the carry there. But he's going to be out near the 13. Still short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, manageable 3rd down here. Again, just needed to get some positive yards. And, Again, right now, Flatonia, they've only run 2 plays, and they've already taken a minute off the play clock. They're going to have to get some yards and keep that clock from moving fast.
All right, 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs inside about the 13-yard line. Lucas Gutierrez on the left side moves over. They hand it off to Anderson, trying to get outside. I think he got the first down as he drug a tackler with him going off the left side. And Flatonia can get a new set of downs.
Yeah, that's exactly what Flatonia needed to do there. Had to get a first down. Go back to Anderson over the left side, short side of the field for this drive so far. They've really been focused over there, and they got the first down.
Kason Perez was the ball carrier on that one and got the first down out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 16-yard line. We got a 1 and more, boys. Let's go.
All right, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. The ball is on the ground, and the fumble, they missed the handoff, and the Shorthorns recover at the 12-yard line.
Wow.
And I think the recovery was Keegan Johnson. Yep, Keegan Johnson, a defensive lineman, on the recovery as they missed the handoff, and the Shorthorns have it at the 12-yard line of Flatonia on the fumble.
Yeah, those are the kind of turnovers you like to have right there if you're Schulenburg. Is one of those ones easy there for him. And now Flatonia has back on defense where they were moving the ball, and Schulenburg gets it back on an easy turnover.
We're talking about a short field. They get it at the 12 after the fumble. Now the Shorthorns could put this game away with the score here, up by a touchdown. There goes Yond in motion left. They give it to him on the jet sweep, going right, cuts it up. He's got some room. Got it inside the 10 down near the 6. Got a good wide receiver block out there by Landon Connor, and they pick up about 6 yards on the first down play.
2nd down and 4. We can have your attention, please. We need a maroon Ford pickup, license plate number NWW 6487 on the southwest parking lot behind the concession there. You need to move it now or the police department will.
All right, 2nd down and 4 at the 6-yard line of Flatonia. Shorthorns, there's a quarterback keeper by Brady, got a big gap off the left side, and he goes in for the touchdown. That may be the clincher for Schulenburg with that one.
Yeah, Schulenburg again, nice job there taking advantage of the turnover, left it in your quarterback's hands to get the score, and Schulenburg now extends that lead 20-7.
2-play drive, 12 yards. And on for the extra point, Preston Kahn for the extra point. 2 scores with the Flatonia offense is almost insurmountable, especially with the amount of time we got left. Good snap. Kick is away. And it is good. 21-7, the Shorthorns have taken control here after the turnover. 8:14 to go in the ball game. We'll be back to Hoosman Stadium in 60 seconds.
Chuck Brown Ford in Schulenburg treats the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those expectations every time. The showroom is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5:30 and Saturday from 8 to noon. Remember, their reputation is your guarantee. Chuck Brown Ford, 315 East I-10 Frontage Road. Call 743-4111.
Balcones Minerals has been keeping surfaces dry, clean, and safe since 1961. With high-quality, environmentally safe, absorbent clay products and minerals, they also offer competitive pricing and convenient packaging on orders. Located at 323 Balcones Lane in Flatonia. Call 361-865-3544 with any questions. Balcones Minerals is proud to support Flatonia athletic teams, wishing the Flatonia Bulldogs the best of luck in tonight's game.
All right, the Horns have it teed up. Up now 21-7. And Flatonia's got to find some magic here quickly. Kunchek will do the kicking. High, deep kick. And that's going to go over Anderson's head, bounces at the 5 and goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bulldogs will take over at the 25. And for a team that doesn't like to throw the ball, this is not a good spot.
Yeah, they're going to really have to, Flatonia's going to have to come up with something quick. They're at the 8-minute mark here. They do have plenty of timeouts. That's not the problem. The problem really is they've only got 7 on the board. So they're going to have to hustle on this one and have to really start doing a 2-minute offense and then get the defense back on the field.
And again, this is senior night here in Schulenburg. I think they're going to do something, a senior walk after the game tonight. Is that right? Around the track. All right, 8:14 to go in the game. The Bulldogs have 3 receivers set to the near side. Jalen Anderson, and out of the shotgun with Adrian, the running back, behind him. They send a man in motion back left. They'll give it to Adrian, and Adrian gets it upfield, gets a gain of 3 or 4 yards before being shoved back as he crossed the 30-yard line. Yonda coming up from the safety spot with the tackle, and also helping there was Shaquille Houston.
Yeah, quick 6 right there for Flatonia. Again, Anderson, the running back.
On a scrimmage, the Bulldog 31, or 31 rather, it'd be second down and 4. Clock running at 7:40 to go in the 4th. Shorthorns lead 21-7. Hand off to Anderson again out left. He's got some room there. Gets it out over the 40-yard line for a first down on the playoff left tackle. It cuts it to the sideline, and they have a first down at their 42-yard line.
Yeah, good job there, left side of the field where that one goes. Again, Flatonia really likes the short side tonight, and so again, got a big first down, move the chains.
Gain of 11 there for Adrian Anderson. Ball's on the far hash mark. First down at the 42 of Flatonia. Quarterback keeper faked it to Adrian, and Jalen kept it, and that's not a real fast developing play, and the Horns come up and take care of that one rather quickly with Trudy Ellison, and that's going to be a loss of a yard.
Yeah, that was tough there. Not much for Flatonia. People were covered all downfield, and again, Schulenburg brought a few extra guys in the box to put pressure on the quarterback.
And Jabin Lures also came up to help out. Second and 11 for the Bulldogs. 6.5 to go in the ball game. 2 receivers right, 1 out to the left. Man in motion is Carmen Valdez. They'll play action, and Anderson floats a high one down the field, and the ball is pulled inside the 35-yard line by Sean McKim, and that's going to be a first down at the 32.
Yeah, they had single coverage on the right side of the field, and McKim got right behind his defender and just made the easy catch. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Dropped it in there pretty nicely. Now they have it down at the 32 of Schulenburg. 27 yards on the pass play. Number 1-0. First down at 32 of Schulenburg. Clock stopped at 6:19 to go. Anderson will fire one out into the flat. Boy, that ball was way behind the receiver. Some communications issues there. And actually, Denver Carr was probably the closest one to it, and that could have been a pick 6.
Yeah, I don't know what the route was there. If that was supposed to be turn around and come back, or if that was supposed to go down. And again, Anderson knew as soon as that ball got released that it was going to be a problem. And had Denver been there, that could have been gone 6 the other way. He still would have been running.
All right, 2nd and 10 at the 32 of Schulenburg. Clock stopped with 6:16 to go. 3 receivers to the left, and they send one man back in motion to the H-back spot. They'll give it to Adrian going left, gets it outside, but not much there. Maybe the 31, maybe a yard gain there at all. And the Horns come up and stop him quickly. Emerson Harvey again, and Javon Lures helped out with the tackle. So Flatonia's back to 3rd and long again. 3rd down and 9. Again, they're in 4-down territory here with the time left. At the Schulenburg 31, they got receivers spread out all over the field. 3 here to the right and 1 up to the left. Play clock is at 8. Clock at 5.5 to go in the ball game. Play action. Anderson floats one down the left sideline. Another one that was kind of up for grabs, and it falls incomplete. Down inside the 10-yard line. Denver Carr was the coverage, and he was trying to get it to Abram Saavedra, and overthrown, and it's now 4th down, and the Bulldogs have no choice here. They have to go for it.
Yeah, 4th down territory here. You got to go for it. Saavedra, again, had single coverage. Had that ball maybe been overthrown or thrown in a little bit, he could have probably made the grab. It was just out of reach for him there on that coverage.
All right, 4th and 9. It's maybe Flatonia's last chance here. Goes Valdez in motion back left. Peterson, or rather, Anderson rolling out, cuts back around to the left side, and he'll take it down inside the 25-yard line, but I think they stopped him short. And the Schulenburg defense makes a 4th down stop on the quarterback keeper by Adrian Anderson.
Yeah, they did.
And the Horns get the ball back, and now they can just suck this clock dry and maybe run out the clock.
Yep, they're going to say he was short there, and there's no complaint really there on Flatonia's side. Anderson made a good effort to get the 1st down, but just ended up being a little close. He tucked it and ran. Again, all of his receivers were covered.
All right, they got 7, but he goes over on downs to Schulenburg, and now the Horns can just play the clock game and try to run off as much as they can here, leading by 14. They have it at their 23. 4 receivers, 3 here to the left. They'll hand it off to Cootie Ellison, and he fights forward for maybe 2 or 3 yards out near the 28. They got a little more, about 4. They marked him down about the 27-yard line. So 2nd down and 6. At the clock at 4:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. Schulenburg closing in on a playoff spot officially now. Running back to throw, now he's looking to run far. He's got a man open here yonder at the 33, and he takes it upfield to the 35-yard line, and he ran out of bounds, which he probably didn't need to do. But it's the 1st down for Schulenburg at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, again, Yonda was open there on the left side. They needed to find some extra yards. Yonda made a great catch, and he just kind of walked out of bounds there.
Yeah, he stays inbound. They start the clock when they set the chains. The clock has stopped at 4:24. Ooh, Kennedy is pulling away from Weimer. Wildcats may wind up being 4th with all that tiebreaker stuff, the way that one's going. From 2nd to 4th. All right, here's Brennick keeping it, coming left, runs into some trouble, and he gets maybe a couple of 3 yards. And coming up to make the stop for Flatonia was Gabriel Aguilon. Brennick took a shot on that one. He got 4.
In the 4th quarter, Weimer 14, Kennedy 34.
Boy, that Wildcats started tonight in 2nd place, and they may end up tonight in 4th place. The tiebreaker, if they on the points, they're all going to be 4-2. Schulenburg is going to win this game and Kennedy and Weimer will be forward to. Hand off to Ellison, plows up the middle, and he's going to be close to the first down. He may have didn't quite get to the 45.
Ellison on the carry.
Are they going to give him the first down? It's right on the line. Nope. Yeah, they are.
Oh, I tell you what, they don't measure anymore, but I guess he got there.
They're going to give it to him, so they move the chains and clock's still ticking.
Yep, Schulenburg can run off, and we're at the point almost they can just run it out here. 3:15 to go, and Flatonia's got 2 timeouts, but right now there's nothing they can do about it. So the way this is going, Schulenburg is going to wind up being 5-5. Flatonia's going to be 5-5. But the main thing is the district record. Here's Cootie Ellison going right, plows ahead. He's at midfield. Here comes a flag in the backfield, and I got a feeling they're going to call a hold penalty here. We got a number 51 on the field, but I don't see a 51 on the sheet. So, well, we haven't had a lot of those tonight as flags.
Yeah, it's been a pretty. Oh, they even say the number.
Okay, 56. So that would be Angel Perez. So Schulenburg with a 10-yard penalty. We have had very few flags tonight. That's kind of nice,
too. A good, crisp game.
Weimer defeated Schulenburg. What was it, 41-26? So that's 15 in their favor. Yeah. Now we're playing point spreads up here now to determine the seedings on a three-way. The ball's going to be back at the 35 of Schulenburg. And on that plus, I think generally the max is 18 points or 17, whatever it is. Yeah, Weimer could be in trouble there with the point system. They're going to be in just like Schulenburg is going to be in with Kennedy. 1st and 20 for Schulenburg, back at their 35-yard line. The clock is running with 2.5 to go in the ball game. 4 receivers, 3 outright. They'll give it to Terry in Houston, and he'll get a couple of yards before the Bulldogs front line shoves him back with Carmen Valdez right there. And also Jake. And Lucas Gutierrez there also. 3 yards for Terry in Houston, and after the 38, it's 2nd down and 17. As we get the 2-minute timeout here at Hoosman Stadium, we'll take a 60-second break and be back. 21-7, Schulenburg.
Get your propane delivered on time, every time, from Tex Propane, headquartered in Schulenburg, plus locations in Bastrop and Moulton. They offer a variety of tank sizes, delivery options, tank monitoring, and easy online bill pay. Tex Propane has spent decades helping residential and business customers solve their propane needs, serving Fayette, Bastrop, Lavaca, and Gonzales counties. Call 1-800-343-7065 or 743-3351. Family owned and operated since 1965.
For over 60 years, a trusted name for high caliber paving and steel coating work has been J&P Farick Paving in Flatonia. They're knowledgeable in road construction and maintenance, parking lots and driveways, and their Better Business Bureau rated for concrete work. Give Kirby a call, 361-772-0054 for a free estimate. 361-772-0054. J&P Farick Paving, happy to be a part of tonight's broadcast, and they wish the Lady Dogs and Bulldogs good luck.
Hi, welcome back to Hoosman Stadium. It's 2nd down and 17 for the Horns after the timeout. 2 minutes to go. 5 receivers. Yonda goes in motion, and they give it to him on the jet sweep going right, cuts it up, and runs into trouble, and he maybe got a yard. Flatonia did a good job defending that with Jose Maria Garcia, one of the first tacklers there. But all Schulenburg wants to do is just keep the clock running and run this thing out, and they'll be in the playoffs.
I think Flatonia just took a timeout.
All right. So a yard gain there. We have 1 minute and 47 seconds left here in the game. Coach Clay Ferguson, first year in Schulenburg, will get a playoff spot, provided nothing really strange happens here for the last minute and 47.
Couple quick scores real quick. It's fourth quarter, Salado 41, Smithville 7. Caldwell trailing Belleville 56-7. They're coming in third quarter there. Sealy all over LaGrange in the fourth quarter. No surprise, 35-0. It's final in Ganado. It's Ganado 60, Danbury nothing. So Ganado 60, Danbury nothing. Madisonville on top of Giddings in the third quarter, 49-10. In the fourth quarter, it is Gerald 21, Gonzalez 20. And again, right now, Kennedy up on Weimer 34-14. Let's see. Taylor on top of Austin Travis, 28-16. Cuero on top of Robstown, 41-20. Shiner, a final in Shiner. It's Shiner 61, Yorktown 12. So big win there for Shiner. And then Livonia wins tonight over El Campo, 25-21.
Yeah, Livonia, that's an undefeated district championship season in that district for them. All right, here we go back to play. It is third down and about 16. Brennick is going to run left after trying to throw, and he gets in and he gets shoved out of bounds out near the 47-yard line. And Carmen Valdez pushed him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 1:39 to go, and the Horns are going to have fourth down and about 8.
Also another final tonight in Brenham. It's Brenham 49, Belton 28. So again, big win there for Brenham tonight, 49-28.
Yeah, Brenham will be the runner-up in that district, 5A district. 9 yards on the carry there for Brennick, and it's going to be 4th and 8, and the Horns are lining up. They're going to go for it here with 1 minute and 39 to go, and not a movement there. Flatonia jumped into the neutral zone. It's a free play. Brennick throws it up, and the ball is intercepted, but we got a flag back by the back judge, and we had a lot of officials in front of us looking for a holding call on the defense, and that back judge caught it, and it's going to be a first down for Schulenburg. But we have a flag also back here at the line of scrimmage, too. So we got a defensive hold apparently against Flatonia, but there's also the line judge on the far side dropped the flag.
There's 2 penalties on the defense. Offside, defense, that penalty is declined. Defensive pass interference. Number 1. Penalty will be accepted. 50 yards.
Well, he gave the holding call, but called pass interference. And that's going to be a first down for Schulenburg. Man, for pass interference. And that takes it all the way down to the 38-yard line, and that pretty much will seal the deal here tonight. Flatonia with 1 timeout. Schulenburg's going into victory formation at the 38-yard line. And Brennick will just drop back and take a knee. So the Shorthorns are going to finish 5-5, and they're in the playoffs. Coach Ferguson with his new staff. And Flatonia, they have no desire to stop the clock at this point. No, 1 minute and 6 seconds, and here comes the snack. Schulenburg again in victory formation. They'll take another knee. They're going to win this game 21-7. And Brennick takes a knee, and they'll have to snap it one more time, and depending on what the referee does, put the ball in play. He milks it long enough, they won't have to snap it at all. Yep, that's going to be the last play of the ball game. The Horns are going to win this game 21-7, and they are in the playoffs this year. Now, what spot they get all depends on the tiebreaker situation between them, Kennedy, and Weimer. 21-7, solid effort defensively. And again, David, we thought Flatonia just can't generate enough offense.
Yeah, their defense kept them in all game long. Offense just really couldn't get motivated after that first quarter where they scored their touchdown. But again, hats off to Schulenburg. They had a good game plan. They did a good job protecting the quarterback. A lot of opportunities here for Schulenburg to really capitalize, again, depending on where they get seated in the playoffs.
All right, 21-7 is the final. Two teams meeting at the center of the field. We'll take a break and come back and wrap it up here at Huseman Stadium in Schulenburg. That game lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. We'll be right back.
The mission of the LaGrange Family Health Center is to improve the health of those they serve with a commitment to excellence. Their goal is to offer quality care and programs that set community standards, exceed patients' expectations, and provide a caring, convenient, cost-effective, and accessible manner. Their focus is improving lives through health and wellness. In LaGrange, call 968-8493. In Giddings, 542-7400, and in Flatonia, 361-865-3302.
Joel's Barbecue in Flatonia serves up wonderful, delicious barbecue each time you stop in. They smoke their barbecue in wood pits until it gets that sweet, dark, delicious look and flavor. So when you're hungry, go by Joel's Barbecue at the intersection of Interstate 10 West and FM 609 in Flatonia. They're open every day except Tuesday. Joel's Barbecue is family owned and operated. They're happy to be a part of this broadcast.
Word spreading round, it's all over town about a better way to cool your home. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. Just let Ben know, and you'll save some dough. And stay cool in all your zones. Yeah, he's got a lot of happy folks out there. Mitsubishi Man. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mitsubishi Man. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mitsubishi Man. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Call Ben Schuster, the Mitsubishi Man, at Schuster's Air Conditioning and Heating at 979-561-8360. That's 979-561-8360.
When the wind starts to howl and the branches hang low, you've got a problem only Cole Sager will know.
When your trees need help, call Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping Services. They can treat the symptoms using their IV injection system with a phenomenal 99.9% success rate. Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping also does trimming, pruning, ball moss removal, beautiful landscapes, construction projects, and more. Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping Services, the only 5-star rated, locally owned, serving Fayette and surrounding counties, insured, licensed, and bonded. Google Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping Services to see pictures and videos of their work. Call 361-772-6952.
Give them a ring, don't delay, don't you wait.
Looking for an exciting new career in the communications industry? Look no further. Colorado Valley Communications is a leading communication provider in Fayette County and the surrounding areas. We are looking for reliable, enthusiastic, and courteous staff who are passionate about customer service. If this sounds like you, then be sure to visit our careers page at cvctx.com/careers. We offer competitive pay and fantastic benefits. Take the first steps towards an exciting new career opportunity and apply today.
Hi, this is Jody Wick with Cavender Chevrolet Buick GMC in Weimer. Did you know that we are not only a Mark of Excellence award-winning dealership in sales and service, but we also offer a complete collision auto paint and body shop? That's right. We work with all insurance companies, use only the best quality PPG paint, and our technicians have over 30 years of experience and are I-CAR certified. We work on both foreign and domestic cars and trucks, and we also specialize in aluminum repair. So come take advantage of all the great services we offer here at Cavender Collision Center in Weimer, making confidence happen right here at home.
All righty, welcome back to Hoosman Stadium in Schulenburg. Recap tonight's 21-7 win for the Shorthorns over Flatonia. Schulenburg officially in the playoffs. They're 4-2, and it looks like it's going to be a three-way tie with them, Kennedy, and Weimer, as Kennedy is pulling away in the second half against the Wildcats. It was 34-14 the last we checked, and that's going to create a three-way tie, and it's going to come down to points on who gets what spot on the point system. So that may not be good for Weimer on the plus-minus there with that one. Tonight's ball game here, it was Flatonia got on the board first, and late in the first quarter, Adrian Anderson with a 2-yard run. They had a 7-0 lead with 3:19 left in the quarter, but Schulenburg took the lead, tied it up and took the lead for good in the second quarter. Owen Brennick with a 2-yard run. That was a 72-yard drive, and they tied it up at 7. And then Flatonia muffed the pooch kick, and the Shorthorns recovered it at the 38-yard line and took them 4 plays. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass from Brennick to Jay Shionda. Point after made it 14-7, and that was really all Schulenburg needed from there. A scoreless third quarter, and the Horns put it away in the fourth quarter on a Brennick 6-yard run with 8:14 to go, and it was 21-7, and that's how the game ended. Schulenburg's defense just never let Flatonia get anything consistently going tonight, and the Horns picking up their 4th district win. They're 4-2 and finishing up 5-5 in the regular season for Coach Clay Ferguson and for his first year. And the Bulldogs, after going 1-9 last year, they finished at 5-5. So a good turnaround for them with Coach Uzel, but just not enough offensive firepower to stay with some of these teams in this district. Just couldn't score enough points. The defense kept them in a lot of games, but they just couldn't get enough offense to help the defense out. And 2 weeks in a row, Flatonia loses 21-7 to 2 playoff teams, and they finish up 5-5. But a good year for them. But congratulations to Schulenburg. They're on to the playoffs, and they'll be taking on District 16 2A Division 1. For sure, we know Refugio is going to be the champion there, and it looks like the other teams are going to be Three Rivers, Freer, and Santa Maria. Now, what places they got, we'll get all that. We'll be getting the combinations and all that, and where they're going to be going. That'll be coming out as the weekend moves forward. Now, one thing about these coaches now, they've been planning for the last 2 weeks if they play somebody here, and the tricky part is getting the fields to have the playoff games on. Schulenburg's fixing to have what they call a senior walk on the field, something new and different for them, and something Coach Clay Ferguson is doing. So all the seniors are out on the field, and they're going to walk the field here in celebration of this win tonight, 21-7 over the Flatonia Bulldogs. We want to thank our sponsors tonight. I have a nice list that included Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant, the Flatonia Livestock Commission Company, Novak and Company, Don Michalika Custom Home Builders, Willie Joe's Processing, Hullub Real Estate, Chuck Brown Ford, Balcones Minerals, Tex Propane, J&P Farick Paving, Schuster's Air Conditioning and Heating, the Flatonia LaGrange Family Health Center, Cole Sager Tree and Landscaping Services, Joel's Barbecue, Colorado Valley Communications, and Cavender Auto Country. We thank those folks for being a part of it. Thank you all for listening. Thanks to Mike Anders and David Toffel. We'll have a playoff game next week. It'll be LaGrange. And looks like they're going to be taking on La Vega for the second straight year. And we'll get you the details on that when it's made available. Your final here tonight, Schulenburg 21 and Flatonia 7. The Shorthorns are in the playoffs. And congratulations to them and to Flatonia for a 5-5 year as well. That's it from Hoosman Stadium. We'll have scores for you coming up here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. That's it from Schulenburg. Good night, everybody.